What's up, Spreaker? We are up. We are live. We are awake. We are ready to do it. All right. So now, of course, I got to get everybody else caught up. We got to go on and do this little Instagram thing. Y'all can hear the babies running around. Of course, y'all know Sasha and Gina. That's why I'm going to have my camera tipped the way it is. Can't do it, man. Come on, man. All right, so there we go. So, all right, we're live on Instagram. Okay, we got the wide angle on Facebook just in case. My babies might want to join us. This is a family affair at all times. We want to make sure that we let our families know what's going on. We streaming live, and of course, y'all know we live on YouTube. I have figured out the problem with Hangouts. I figured out the problem with the Uber conference, so people will be able to call in.
Oh, okay.
Right? People will be able to call in, and we will be able to have a nice conversation today. So hopefully. All right, let me go and fix this camera here because it's kind of leaning. Y'all see, like I said, Miss Gina, you never know when you're going to have some company. But I don't got a glass for you to toast, Miss Gina. And somebody's stealing my water. You know what I'm saying? So you need to get your water too, baby. All right, what's up, Brother Anubis? Missed you yesterday, man. I was having all types of technical difficulties, man. So, but I figured it out. My computer needed to update. And then somehow, either in the software or the hardware, I had to specify which speakers I was using. I never had to do that before. But now I have to start checking that. All right? So we're going to do this toast. We also going to I got the lines open so that we can have a talk. Let me go on over here and make sure. What's up, CeeLo's in the house? CeeLo, how you doing? Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a horrible stream, man. And cause Sister Tiandra was really trying to get up. She had a message that she wanted to get out, and I was kind of disappointed that she wasn't able to go and announce it because it's like a game they got going on Instagram where you could win if you know if you keep up with your history. You know what I'm saying? And of course, this show is about history. It's not about national history. Is more about personal history. But you know how we do it, how we get down, right? So let me go and post up the number so folks can call in if they choose to. All right. Let's see. Miss Gina here.
Did you drink your water yet?
No, I ain't drink my water. I ain't drink the water yet. No, we ain't drink the water yet. I'm just trying to put up the numbers so that people can call in so we can have these conversations. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for the thumbs up. All right, so now, also, those that are part of the Daily Toasters, those of you that want to participate on the Hangout, because we're streaming live on on YouTube, but it's a Hangout, so I can send you the direct link because yesterday during the problems, this is one of the beautiful things about creativity, because yesterday was Kaumba. And it's like, when problems pop up, it gets on your nerves. But then, when you start going through and delving deeper into what your problem is, you start discovering new things. And the new thing I discovered is, I know how to send a link so that people can come up on the Hangout. So now, not only can we toast, right? Not only can we toast, but I can have other people. Like, for example, CeeLo, I know you got your list. If you want to be on a Hangout, I can let you read the list of ancestors while we do the toast so that you can start with your ancestors. I mean, family, I'm trying to take this in. I'm trying to make this yours. This is yours. Hold on, let me put this up. Call in lines are open. 614 556. What is it?
556 4535.
4535. Got them training. All right, enter. All right, it should pop up. All right, there it go. Let me go and lock it up. The only problem with when I do it wide like this and I lock the screen up like this, just in case, just like my meme the other day, you found a solution. That's right. So, you find, what I'm saying, it gives us an opportunity. So, without any further ado, let's get into it, family. Take your breath and drink your water. Take a breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Drink, breathe, drink, breathe. Breathe, drink, breathe. Move your body, drink some water. Come on, Jake. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Drink, move, drink, move. Ready? Drink, move, drink, move. And you know what? Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. 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 Lift, drink, lift, drink. Lift, drink, lift, drink. Lift your glass and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. And lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Drink, move, breathe, lift. I almost got it. Here we go. Drink, breathe, move, lift. All right, family, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Sasha, we're going to do something to your head. You get on here like that, so I'm going to kill me. We got to do something to your hair, baby. Go put on a hat or something. But my babies are here. Shouts out to Miss Tiandra. Shouts out to Anubis. Shouts out to CeeLo. Let's see who else out here. All right, we got all the lines. We got the lines working. What you do? Why you take all the water? Y'all can't be fighting on my show now. All right. What are the details for next Sunday time and location? All right. That will be at after Central Personal Development Shop. I'm thinking about 10:30. Now, they will send a flyer. I will be posting the flyer on my timeline. April C, will you accept with the version just a second? What? I drink it. You pour the water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Drink, 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 drink. go get that water with your sister. This is my water. My sister, you must get your own. All right, y'all. I want to welcome y'all once again to the Daily Toast, man. And it is Fam Talk Imani. Okay, didn't see it for last Sunday. It happens on, now are you talking about the, because we got a Sabiet coming up, and that'll be next Sunday, and that time, I have to check that time for you, but I'll be announcing it. The assignment was to find a story from the Harlem Renaissance, and we will share. Let's see. Did y'all get the text? Okay, didn't see it for last Sunday. You really wanted to be there. Yeah, but we talk about that. We talk about that all the time. We got people trying those burgers. Shots out to is that Nesbitt? What's up? How you doing, sir? All right, so now, family. So we toasting up these ancestors, and we also have talk time, family talk time, right? So now the lines are open. You call in. I figured out what was wrong. So, Miss Tiandra, if you still want to make your announcement, you can, because I figured out what was wrong with the phone lines. Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I found out some other stuff. What's up, big bro? Just check. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. Hey, you need to come. We're going to start meeting again. So if you want to still teach the kids some pugilism, some of those skills you got, you know what I'm saying? We still open. All right? Now, now y'all know the rules. Let's drink our water. I only made it through half. Me and Gina sitting up here sipping. But, so, is there anything in the news, anything anybody want to talk about, anything y'all want to bring up? We could discuss anything. That's on y'all. That's on y'all. Other than that, let's see. Okay, let's see. All right. Just trying to make sure everything is working. Because I got to check now because stuff just be falling off the side of the earth right now. So, Brother Anubis been posting up some good stuff. And the timeline is it's been looking good lately, family. And we get more people, and we get more people watching. So it's a beautiful thing. So let's go and get this toast on. I'm going to finish this water.
I'm done.
You done with your water? Oh, man. So you trying to make me tickets for Black Panther. Oh, now, I am still looking full disclosure about global currency reset. I'm not familiar with that. Nubis, you know anything about that? He said full disclosure about global currency reset. Is there some type of currency reset that I missed yesterday? Because I was chilling heavy yesterday, family. I don't even think I checked the news. Full disclosure about global currency reset. You might have to call in and discuss that one. What you know about credit mutuwa? Credit mutuwa. Nothing. Credit mutuwa. Anybody know about that? Credo mutuwa. Nah. Call in 614-556-4535. That's some stuff my people might need to learn about. We might need to have that somebody on Instagram, one of my brothers said, do I know anything about Credo Mutuwa? CREDOMUTWA. Anybody out there know anything about that? Close that door for me. My son's downstairs. My nephew downstairs. Oh, you talking about the dude that talk about, with the white boy. He's, talk about the aliens and shit. Okay. Is that the one you talking about? The white boy that talk about the reptilians and shit. What is his name? Out of England. Oh my God. The tickets for Black Panther. I'm still working on that right now because I don't know how many cents we got. David Icke. That's what I'm talking about. The white boy the Zulu shaman with David Icke. Yeah. I know just a little bit. Because David Icke kind of went out there for me. You understand what I'm saying? It kind of went out there. You know, so because it's like I'm one of those that, as far as conspiracies, I'm kind of conceited, right? I'm just gonna be honest, right? Because I have a problem with conspiracies being, how can I put it? It's hard for me to plan a birthday party without somebody messing up. And it's hard for me to believe that a group of people could plan some shit and be running shit for thousands and thousands of years without help. It kind of messes with my male ego. You know what I'm saying? So I had to kind of stop messing with David Icke. I read just a little bit of one of his books, just a little bit. I didn't get too far into it. Yeah, the stock market dropped by some points, and some people, as per usual, started panicking for absolutely nothing. Okay, all right. So okay. So one of the brothers said, as far as that currency reset, stock market went down a little bit. I don't know. I ain't checked the alternate currency. You know what I'm saying? The alternate currency, the bitcoins and the y'all got, man. As Shaka say, my brain is on that thing where it just spins in a circle and shit. And I'm like, I can't even think of the words right now. But oh my God, alternate coins, altcoins. I ain't look at that market, but that market was going down a little bit too, as well as the stock market. And then people start, he said Credo Mutua, the real deal. So does he have videos that I could check out? We could talk about that another time, unless you want to call in and talk about it, because I can ask you questions about it. Because I'm like, hey, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, and this is another point, because back in the day when I was younger, right, I go to the African Center, I'll be sitting around. Cryptocurrency operates, hold on, this is, of course, I think this is Anubis. The cryptocurrency operates on the same basic levels as the stock market. So when they start going down, people start panicking, ripping their money out, and then all of a sudden. See, because this is the issue. When I was at the African Center, this is when I was younger. All right, leave my water alone. You must get, my sister, you must get your own. Listen. So we would have brothers come in. We be doing the African studies, the studying the history, and the brother come in and start talking about aliens and shit. And I'll be like, wait, hold on. Brother, you mean to tell me I not only got to fight white folks, I got to fight aliens too? I'm like, yo, man, this is just too much. It's just, the rabbit hole just too deep for me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I'm always open to good information, right? I don't trust cryptocurrency. Well, I don't trust regular currency. So, hell, I might as well go and throw my, okay, that's a little bit better. Hold on, my youngest want to get in. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm invested in all of it, because at any given time, somebody could just jump up and be like, what's wrong with you? Somebody could be like, we're trading rocks now. What? You know what I'm saying? What? The rocks, you know those white rocks that people had, those worth $100 a piece or something like that. So at this point in time, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I do a little bit of stock. I do a little cryptocurrency, right? I do, you know what I'm saying, a little silver. I think gold is too high right now, so I don't fuck with that. The number is 614-556-4535. Are you coming over here, young lady?
Yes.
Come on.
Can you please take off
614-556. No, she won't look cute like that. She can. Even though, excuse my baby's hair, I don't do hair. You know, that's one thing I don't do hair. You know, so, all right, so, youngest.
What's wrong with that?
Well, that's now this is Hootsuite. On Hootsuite, for those that don't know, Hootsuite, you can have up all your social media. So right now, I got up my Gye-Nyame Journey timeline on Facebook, my timeline on Facebook. I got my YouTube video timeline up, as well as my timeline, all on one page. So just call in 614-556-4535. 556-4535.
Dad, can I say something?
You just said something, baby.
His new passcode don't work.
614-556-4535. 35. See, I should be able to post that up on my Instagram. Oh, I need to do it with a picture. Ain't that some shit? Excuse my language, y'all. Hold on. The Uber conference was going on. I know a few people that are. Hold on. I know a few people that are. Anubis said, I know a few people. Hold on. Back. Stop, Gina, stop.
Okay.
I know a few people are in my. I know a few people that are in my past from David Icke's camp, and these people would never mess with him if he was anything other than genuine. Hey, hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Am I in there?
You in here? Let me turn it
What's that
down.
noise?
Okay, yeah. I'm only saying it like that because I'm at work right now. I'm driving, right?
Right.
So it's gonna be difficult for everything.
Right.
But I was trying to type as much as I could type because I showed up here to work, and I wanted to talk to you about that Credo Mutwa, man, because he's the only guy out of Africa bold enough to try to confirm what they like to talk.
Okay.
He's been around for years. Credo Mutwa he's what they call an avatar or a shaman.
Right.
And he was just schooling David Icke on the reptilians in our ancient history, where Africans came in contact with them first. In the Zulus, they got actual stories that they tell in as part of the Zulu nation about when we came in contact with the reptilians the first time. And he got all these statues and monuments, things that he created and things that was created by blacksmiths that were older than Credo Mutwa that confirmed that reptilians, have been controlling things since about 6,000 years.
For 6,000 years.
Most of the Caucasians that we look at and get angry with, we get angry with them because they work for somebody else. You also got to ask yourself too, like, how is it that they can overthrow us as a people and stay on top for so long without no help, no support?
I hear you.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
we're all over the world. Like, people all over the world. So how is it that they can keep us separated like this and keep us going at each other to where we don't come together and say, all right, we're going to buy our own nation. We're going to put our own money together. It has to be some kind of, not conspiracy, but some type of agenda or plan against melanated people to keep us in like a cattle type of state to where something can feed off of either our energy or our life force or something. Because if you think about it, all over the world, black people or Negroes we trying to blend in with everybody else because we ain't got no status in the world nationally.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. We are struggling all over the world. My fault is one place we're not struggling. Wakanda. That's a joke. You know what I'm saying? Because they're giving us.
What I was gonna say was, I was gonna say this about Wakanda because I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe if they never messed with us, we would have been more advanced than Wakanda. I think we were in pre-dynasty Tamari or Kemet. We were technologically advanced at one point.
I gotta do
about the stories of Ptah.
Some of them. But
and Enki and Enlil.
Right. Now, hold on.
You know about them stories?
Some of them. Hold on. We got Anubis. He says, Mutwa. Hold on. Good grief. All right. We got, hold on. Brother says, Mutwa is the wealth of knowledge and wisdom. If anyone is ever fortunate to travel to South Africa, definitely look him up. Tiandra is actually on the line. This is my brother. Mr. Nesbitt. You know what I'm saying? He got Ninth Wonder Nesbitt from Instagram. That's your place, Tiandra. Tiandra's the one that got me to start streaming on Instagram. But so you saying, because now, if there is something going on where we, in some form of fashion, have been put in a state of mind where we believe that we need others. And it is sort of like a vampiric relationship between us and others, because people are living off our lifeblood. Now, a lot of people don't understand. When I look at currencies are like the blood of a nation. And if you look at our group of people, our blood don't stay in our body that long at all. Soon as we replenish, it's heading off into somebody else's territory immediately. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's so many different angles you can look at it, because they can something just happened. Hold on. No. Oh yeah. I mean, no. I just had a sign go over my. I got all my account information, and one of my accounts jumped up a little bit, and I'm just sitting up here like, what the hell? Because usually my account go down, but it's going up. I gotta go check now. But hey, the whole piece is there is something going on, and this is why, like a lot of us right now, we're waking up, and in a sense, we're looking at the world and we're saying like it don't have to be like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like this in many ways because we have allowed it. It's almost like we took a nap for like 500 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, huh?
Yeah, more than that. If you check out what Credo Mutua talking about, they've been in power over us for over 6,000 years.
6,000.
I was being told also that their rule has ended. Like the time is up. In the year 2000, they supposed to be planning to, get out of here. And I know you've been hearing rumors, like if you haven't, because I heard them, I'm about to tell you. There's been rumors with white folks, government type officials. I ain't talking about white people that live on our level. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the white folks that know they got the money. They're trying to get on ships and stuff and teleport out of here. They're trying to go to the moon. They're trying to find any other planet to live on because they know what this planet is about to go through. As far as natural disasters goes and a change and a change planetary-wise is changes to conditions that they can't live in, conditions that black people are used to be used to, because it was a time period when this planet and the solar system was in a sun cycle, and in that particular sun cycle we ruled. When the moon cycle came about, they came in power. The reptilians came in power. So they're from the history that I know of, during my researches, everybody knows, white people know where they come from, but black people have really no idea where our origin starts. And that proves DNA is older than they are. And it also kind of backs up the point that they have a time frame of reference that they have to do things in or they have to leave. So every 6,000 years, these particular reptilians, and I know you don't get into this stuff, but these particular reptilians come back and they make sure they check on the progress of their cattle, so to speak. And their cattle, believe this or not, bro, it's not black people. It's always been white folks. So white folks have always tried to take that backlash that they get from their extraterrestrial overlords, and they want to throw it on melanated people, black people, because they know they can't live on this or in this realm without our DNA, because we're the original man on the planet. So they need our bodies in order to be here. Kind of like how on the movie The Avatar, where you see the white guy Jake had to jump into a Na'vi body in order to blend in with the Na'vi, in order to be one of them.
Not only blend in, but survive. To even survive in the environment.
Exactly. So when they first got here, when the reptilians first got here, this is not, and I'm not talking about all reptilians. I'm just talking about one race class of reptilians called the Dracons. When they came here, the environment wasn't conducive to them. So they had to create something to be down here for them so that they could come down here and control through them. Because they can't live on the surface. They have to live underground, from what I'm being told.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening to a whole lot of stuff on this global currency reset. Who's behind
Now,
it?
hold on, wait, stop right there. Stop right there. Global currency reset. That because you brought that up earlier. What's going on with this? Talk about that.
They're getting rid of the dollar, and New World Order, of course, they got a lot of other countries on board with them on unifying under one currency, and they haven't figured out what one currency that's going to be yet, because they have Russia and Arabia, they're not on board, full-fledged. They're not on board, so they're still in negotiation about what it's going to be and where it's going to take place at. But they know they got to have gold to back it. So Donald Trump is a man that is restoring the dollar back to its gold value, its mineral wealth value. You know how the dollar lost its mineral wealth value back in the 30s. And Donald Trump said, now he's going to restore that value. And, when he does that, it's going to cause a whole lot of, it's going to cause a shutdown when they take money away and they try to revamp everything. So I've heard this from guys you might not listen to, like Corey Good and David Wilcox, and not David Wilcox, and it's another white guy that's on there trying to warn people about the currency. Martial law and all that.
What are they suggesting far as, are they saying buy gold, buy silver? What are they saying? If it's a currency reset, that means the dollar going to immediately lose its value. They're going to drop one currency, which has been taught for a very long time. I haven't seen anything from it yet, as of yet.
Right.
But what are they suggesting? How do you hedge your bets? You know what I'm saying? How do you protect yourself? What are they saying?
Well, what I was hearing was too good to be true, so I don't really believe it, because I'm a wait and see type of person myself. But David Wilcox was talking about how when they started, it's already in motion actually. But when they actually go through with it, people are going to be given, and this is going to sound crazy, but they talking about giving people large sums of money during this time period to hold them over till they get the currency redone.
Now,
I'm about to send you
hold on.
a video on it that I've seen.
Hold on, that's not too outlandish, because one of the talking pieces right now that's out there, if you listen, is this universal income thing. Not only because of the currency, not because of a currency reset, but because the jobs will not be there. Because right now, the way technology is moving, we're not going to be able to support ourselves in the same way we used to. Because now machines could do a lot of stuff that we used to do, like you driving a truck right now. In a minute, they're bringing out trucks that's going to be driving. Cars going to be driving themselves. It's going to be a lot of jobs that's going to be eliminated. So one of the things they have been talking about is moving to a universal income for everybody. Now, this is the downside on that for me. This because I want to, it's cool for everybody to have what they have, but I'm old. America owe me. So before they pay anybody universal anything, they need to break off my money. Hold on, somebody down below. Wait, hold on. Brother Anubis, let me go back to him real quick. They live in, when you was talking about them changing the environment as far as reptilians, Anubis says they live and altered carbon are both perfect examples of this. The dollar will never be restored, whether or not, if you believe in Trump or not, unless there is a total reset of the U.S. government spending, and of course, things like bullet sanctions are very. Hold on. Bullet sanctions play a very large part in whether or not if people actually want to use the U.S. dollar. Another piece too, as far as that is, there's this group called BRIC. I think it's it involves Brazil, Russia, India, and China. I think that's BRIC, right? And they are trying to compete against that. There's a lot of things going on as far as currencies that people are competing. This why when people they say they don't trust the cryptocurrency, I'm like, damn, hey, this currency. You understand what I'm saying? So hey, if people respect it.
I was gonna say, as far as the cryptocurrency, the only reason why I don't trust it is because somebody created it, right? And it's online from the computer. They're already having problems with being hacked. So, if it's something that's not real, because we know currency ain't real in the first place, it's just paper, but it's backed by something. Is cryptocurrency backed by anything legitimate? To where if you get screwed, you can take somebody to court and get some money.
Now,
see, they haven't proved that yet.
Now, but this the issue. But you already brought up the point. There's nothing back in the American dollar either. None of these currencies.
Not yet.
No, but hold on. Even if you say minerals, we have to agree that the minerals have some value. Like, for example, gold. What value is gold other than looking good? You can't use gold for nothing. Industrial wise, you can't use for anything. Gold don't produce nothing. I don't want that, baby. You see what I'm saying? But hold on. Anubis says, he went in. Hold on. See, now the only issue is that when I turn it sideways, so I got my baby on here. He says, BRICS. They also want to make Iran and some others, such as Pakistan, full members too. So they're trying to compete with the dollar. Only the exchange can be hacked if you have a private wallet, such as Jack's. It will be fine. So the exchange points. But like I said, you got to really get into the cryptocurrencies. But now, let's do this toast real quick. We want to salute these ancestors. If you got ancestors, why you stop? Because it sounds like your truck stopped. Post up some of the ancestors that you want me to toast. We're about to toast them. Hold on, Sasha Mosh. For it. Right now, I'm using that Kwame. I call this that Kwame. This is that ginseng, black seed, death eater, which is composed of dandelion root and burdock root. All of them combined. But today, we're not only going to toast, we're going to make us a smoothie with it. But I'm going to first put it in this glass so that we can do our toast. Because we do glass. We don't do plastic around these parts. All right, Gina, you need to shut your mouth. You don't have to be on my show. How about that? All right, here we go, family. We lifting up. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call the Creator. We choose to open our eyes and look around us and see our Creator in everything in which it is, right? So we look around, right? And we call on that source. We become conscious of it. We become conscious of the presence that's always around us. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on. And we salute our personal ancestors. Now, we know we got a lot of great ancestors, but specifically put this show together so that we can toast our personal ancestors. I'm going to read the list without any further ado. Sasha took it out the book, so I want to make sure I'm able to get to your ancestors. There we go. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, George and William Walton, Chris and Fanny Johnson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland. Hey, baby, calm down, baby. Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L, No X, Pet Ma Ra, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William, Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling, and Lucy Wright. Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor brothers, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Randleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Levita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merrill B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler-Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owen, Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Ida Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton. Stop that, girl. Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, Essie Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worlds, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Collins Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. We have on Instagram, we have Garfield Price and Leela. We have from Brother Nubis, his extended list, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles. From Sister Tiandra, we have Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr. Tiandra, I want to talk to you about the Billingsley because that's my son's people's last name. Sensabaugh, Brother Deshaun, his mother, he sends out a shot, Jennifer Sensabaugh. I added Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons. Then we got Miss Aisha. She got Stacy Trice, Frankie Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown. We got Miss Ford. She salutes Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth and Paul Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson. Dr. D, she salutes Dan Wilkinson Sr., Sister Jackie, Emma McClendon, Jared Dahl, Amina Robinson, and Sister Madonna Hill, and Richard Levis. All right, let's talk. What's up? Huh?
All right.
You want to do?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. So we salute those ancestors, and we say Ashe. All right, from there, we move. Oh, my God. My daughter is trying to be the sound engineer, so All right, so now, family, we move from our personal ancestors. We move from there to the present moment. Right now, we are in the day of Imani. This is the day, if you don't speak the language, the day of faith. We lift up the glass and we say Ashe. From there, we toast our children's children, on to infinity. Okay? And with that, we say Ashe. Right? We salute these children here. Right? We salute our children because everything we building, right? Whatever's going on in the world, we got to take it upon ourselves to correct it, family. You know what I'm saying? We got to fix it. We got to hold those responsible. We got to hold them to fixing it, right? So we lift up the glass and we say Ashe. Last but not least, this ain't even last. We salute all our relations, and we also salute you, each and every last one of y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Hold on. Let me see what's going on with the line. Check 1, check 2. Check 1. Okay, maybe he went mute or hung up. But call back in. All right, so now we're about to do our toast. We lift up our glass. We salute. We say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I want to toast. I want to wish you peace, power, joy in 100 years. Now, I'm about to make the smoothie. We can continue the conversation, family.
What did you do to the smoothie?
I'm about to make a smoothie. All right, so now, what else going on out there in the world?
I got it.
Go ahead.
So
what?
guys,
I think
this is about real life.
I got a question I want to ask generally, right? To every black person that's listening.
Go ahead. Hold on.
When do we think we'll be able?
Hold on 1 second. All right, now I'm ready. I got my health drink. Now I'm ready. Go ahead.
All right. I was gonna say as a black person, melanated person, then do we as a people believe we can operate in the world without somebody else assisting?
Ooh. Now the question was, family, listen. He says, as black people, when do we think that we will come to a point where we believe that we can function in the world without somebody else, in a sense, supporting us? That's a nation building question. What?
I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I got some ideas of my own, but I be wanting to hear everybody else's because I feel like this. When I'm out in public, right?
Right.
And I see a sister or I see a brother, I'm always speaking to them, trying to get acknowledgement, trying to say, how you doing today, sister? How you doing today, bro? And I usually don't get a response back. They barely even look at me. You know what I mean?
Right.
10 out of 10.
Sound like my life.
I'm getting to the point to where,
Sound like my life.
What you say, brother?
Sound like my life. That's what I go through.
Yeah. So you feel me? You know what I'm talking
Right.
about. This is how I know that things have gotten worse from the time period I was a child in the 80s on up until now. Back then, at least you could nod at somebody and nod back. Nowadays, people don't look at you. They look down at their phone. They act like you weren't talking to them. They act like you weren't looking in their direction. And I see this happening with our people more than any. Now, of course, if it's a white person, an Asian person, or somebody, I say, how you doing today? They hide, you know what I mean?
Right.
Not all of them, but the majority of them. But when I talk to black people, they always think they're taking something. Or like they're going through something so bad in life, they ain't got time for happiness. And I feel like our people are getting too far off the deep end with poverty to where we're willing to take any help and hand we can get from the government, who we shouldn't trust, from other white organizations who we shouldn't trust, and other cultures looking at each other. So I would ask this question: are we defeated as a people?
Ooh. Oh man, you hit me in my heart. But hold on, because I want to challenge you to something real quick, right? Because I know
Right.
That in a sense, we shouldn't trust the government, right? But we're old, family. And I'm like this, man. The only way we gonna get, like, for example, you asked the question, are we defeated? Now, I'm gonna ask you this, because you a father. You got two healthy young men coming up under you. Are you willing to admit defeat at this point in time? Are you willing? Are you gonna allow the world to end easily so that your children don't have an opportunity to live? You know what I'm saying? Because we determine that, far as whether or not we defeated, because me and you still communicating, and there's other people like us. Now, there's a lot of our people that are not like us, and we can't be worrying about them. We need to go and start tribing up and start building with like-minded people. That's what Gye-Nyame Journey is all about. That's what the show is all about. Now, I'm gonna say this: even though we shouldn't trust the government because they have been fucking us over, they do owe us money. They do owe us resources. We have built this shit up, and everything they got from us. Period. This whole country. I want you this mental exercise, and I said this before. Do this mental exercise. Imagine Europe and North America without the African slave trade. It don't exist. Hold on, sister.
They would have died off.
Exactly. They couldn't. They wouldn't have made it. Right now. Not only that. Imagine Europe without Moors coming down in there. So this is the fact. This is the issue that we have to wrestle with. Right? Even though we shouldn't have to trust the government, we should be getting something from the government. Now, I ain't saying rely on other organizations, but as far as the government, because every time you get a check, the government get theirs. Anybody that's shaking us down like that as a people, we should be shaking them down. And we should be holding their motherfucking feet to the fire, because they taking money from us. They taking taxes from us. So everything they're paying, all these wars and shit, we're paying for. You out paying them right now. You won't even see your check before they do. They see your check before you do. That's what I'm trying to say. So now,
of course, and they take their money off top.
Off top. And if that is so, then that means that they owe us. So we cannot separate ourselves from them and start talking about, oh, we could do without them. No, them motherfuckers got our money, family, and they need. Go ahead.
All right. I had this conversation with my pops not too long ago about Dr. King. And I was trying to tell him that the real reason why they killed Dr. King is because he was going to get what they owed him. And he had the power and influence to influence us as a people to where we would get on board following no matter what the consequences were. So they had to get rid of him. And every leader that we've ever had, they slaughtered. They shot him down. If they don't do that, they do their whole family. So the beast that we're dealing with, we have to be courageous before we even go ask them for anything.
Oh, family.
So give us nothing.
And then on top of that, see, because listen, you a boxer. You box. How many matches have you won by walking in the ring and talking to a motherfucker? Can you win a boxing match?
Say again for me.
How many boxing matches have you won by negotiating with the motherfucker? You have to take victory from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Let me read some of the stuff that people are posting. Man, I can't stand when I turn it this way because I can't. All right, I'm gonna have to unpin the number. I'm sorry, family. I'll pin it back up later. All right, because Sister Tiandra's typing up. Sister Tiandra said, I don't think we're conceited at all. Rather hurt, protected, and anticipatory of subsequent hurt. So, in a sense, we're fearing hurt. And like you said, we got to develop a sense of fearlessness. One of the things I wanted to do today, but I can't find my book, is I wanted to read a poem that I wrote about death. Because as black people, we have to start reformulating our relationship with death. Because a lot of times we fear something that's coming. And because we fear it, it's used against us. Right? Like you said, we got to be correct. We have to understand we're generational people, family. We're coming back. So when we start demanding stuff, we can't be scared that these motherfuckers, because the only thing that they got over us is the fear of death. That's it. When we eliminate that, we can't be beat. I mean, it's sort of like well, hold on. Anubis says just because you accept help from someone, that does not mean that you need to submit. At the end of the day, every group accepts the very same help. Now, because especially when it comes to the government is helping everybody else, but they are not helping us as a people. The poverty level in our community is increasing. It is not going down. The job rate is not going up. The only reason that anybody can say that the job rate is going up as far as African Americans, because they count Uber as a goddamn job. I'm just saying, Uber is not a job. You understand what I'm saying? Chiandra also say we don't have to trust them at all. We shouldn't, but we can take advantage of their resources. And Sister Chiandra, the only thing I want to correct on that is those are not their resources. Those are our resources. The shit that they got is built up on the bones of your ancestors. This is why we toast. We have to be bold enough to start telling these motherfuckers and stop them from lumping us into a group. Because what they do is, we are people of color. Fuck that. We're black. We're descendants of slaves or captives or however the fuck you want to look at it, family. We need to stop getting them.
Yeah, I'm about to say prisoners of war.
Exactly. We got to stop allowing them to lump us into a group with all these other folks, man, because it weakens our claims. It weakens us. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be damned if anybody getting universal income before we get ours. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
You gotta think about it too. You gotta think about this. They already gave everybody else that they messed with throughout history reparations. Black people never got reparations for anything.
At all.
That's why I keep saying, like, are we too docile to go after it now? Or
we believe.
Move to Africa?
See, even if we move, because this is the issue. I'm saying this. I'm saying we should visit Africa. I'm not saying we should ever leave this motherfucker, right? Because this is the reason.
What about dual citizenship?
Well, exactly. See, because my issue is we need to get what. See, because when you look at like it's books like The Half Have Never Been Told, The Color of Money, not the color. Yeah, The Color of Money. It's these books where they gather the data. Like in The Half Has Never Been Told, they let you know. How much? Do you know that the first mortgages were your black ass? You were the first mortgages.
Yep. I do know that.
Now, do you know at one point in time that our ancestors was the most valuable asset of America?
Yep.
We are what pushed the whole world. Not only does America owe us money, Europe owes us money. This whole industrial revolution was built on the backs of us. You know what I'm saying? So we have to put the fire into our children, because maybe some of us are too old and too fucking weak to get up and speak. But now, like I was looking at my kids when I do rock and roll call, I look at my kids and say, look, I don't see the next football players, the next basketball players in here. I see the next governors and mayors of cities and doctors and nation builders. You know what I'm saying? This is why we got this school, because the whole issue is we have to start preparing our young people to get what's ours. We ain't giving nothing back. We ain't getting, you know what I'm saying? For those who say, oh, we don't need the government, fuck that. Because if you paying taxes, you need the government. They owe us. But hold on. Miss Tiandra says exactly, and those of us who are fearless have to continue to support one another and lead. upstream, midstream, and downstream. Right. She also says, I wholeheartedly it's like someone's stealing your lunch on the playground and asks you to line up and take a number to get a portion of your lunch back, and make sure we say thanks with a smile. We gotta say hey, they're about to take me off of Instagram, so stay on the line, because I'm not going back up. Stealing. That's all they've been doing, family. They've been from us. So Instagram was saying peace. Yep. Tiandra also says, no. Now this is established. Let's look to the left and right and progress forward. Let's affirm that we're on the same page and turn this mother effort on the next chapter. I'm about tired of talking without action. Now I'm ready to act, and I know y'all are too. Let's go. Because the issue is, family,
right.
Hey, I'm done with the tablet. See, and the issue is, because the next step for us is push that big white button. Yeah, so it go off. The next step of action for us, family, is to make sure that we are educating our kids properly, because this is the issue.
Yeah.
Education prepares your children for your future. But right now, we have turned our children over to a system that is not there to ensure your future. So what we have to do is, until we get our own schools, we have to start supplementing what we get our kids. We got to start supplementing information. We got to start gearing them so that they are ready in this world to compete. Not only to compete, to get it. I ain't talking, listen, we beyond the job talk. We need to stop talking to our kids about jobs. We need to start talking to our kids about creating shit of value that can be traded and bought. You know what I'm saying? And learning how to work with other people, learning how to use our principles. Umoja, Kuji, Chagli, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kuumba, and Imani to build a life. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things that they got us off, one, the fear of death. Two, we're no longer living culturally appropriate. So it's a lot of times you can tell who's in your culture, because when you look at them, you say, what's up? They're responding to you. If they're not responding, they're not part of the culture. Keep it moving. We don't need.
Guess what else we got to do?
Go ahead.
I just want to add in, because I'm not going to take. I want you to continue what you're saying. But with all that stuff you were saying, I wanted to throw in. We need our own language so we can communicate with each other without them knowing what we're talking about.
Now,
as long as we speak English, they're going to always be 2 or 3 steps ahead of us. Because they taught us. See? So we can't hide from them if we act like them.
But you know what? You know what's even, you know how deep, this is how cold our ancestors are. Have you ever tried to listen to somebody with a deep southern drawl speak English?
Say that again for me.
Have you ever tried to listen and speak to somebody with a deep southern drawl?
Yeah.
How was it easy?
Well, I mean, to somebody like me, yeah, because I lived down south for a while.
Oh, okay.
I got a lot of relatives down there, so I understand them, everything that they say.
For me,
that kind of changes my dialect too.
Now, this is the issue. Our ancestors have ways, or have always come up with ways and different words and different ways in how we use the language, to where we don't necessarily have to create a whole new language, where we just need to learn how to communicate culturally appropriately using what we already have. Because this is the issue. In developing language, that's going to take years, and that's going to take, how can I put it, generations. And we might not have that much time. But what we can do is, like, for example, with the whole Ebonic shit, family, that whole Ebonics argument where they trying to get, where our own people is dogging our kids for being able to speak in ways that we don't understand. and using words in ways that don't make no goddamn sense to us when we was getting put down for that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's us developing our own language. That's us taking it and freaking it in a way that nobody can understand us. So this is the whole piece is, yes, we need our own language, but we don't have to create a whole new one. All we have to do is start doing culturally appropriate shit, and our ancestors will, in a sense, code our shit for us because they always have. Matter of fact, as a matter of fact,
I was gonna say while you pause, that they already catching on to our slang and stuff, man. Remember when they created Ebonics?
Right.
That was their attempt to try to do what we were, like what you just said, how we communicate with each other differently than they did in such a way that they couldn't understand. What did they do? They ended up befriending black people.
There you
that
go.
are going to teach them what we do.
But hold on.
And that's always going to be a downfall of our people if we always trust them to come inside of the fold of things that we have going on.
Now
we cannot keep trusting outsiders.
And there you go. But now, how do you know they're outsiders? See, because
of what they do with it after the fact?
Well, no, that's too late, goddammit. That's too late.
Right. You know beforehand. That's right.
Now, we have never established borders for anything we created. We have never established borders. Now, the first piece to being a nation, even if you are a nation within a nation, is territory. What defines your territory? You have borders. What defines our mental territory? We have borders. What defines our economic territory? We have borders. Until we started being bold enough to start erecting borders, we always gonna have problems. See, because your enemy is always they always gonna have to try to figure out what you're doing. I'm not even mad at them for that shit. Matter of fact, I salute their hustle. I wish, you know what I'm saying? I salute the hustle, right? Because you making me better. Now I gotta teach my son how to be better. I gotta teach my daughters how to be better. You know what I'm saying? I salute you. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna beat me. And because like I said, man, because for me, I don't give a damn whether it's a reptilian, a West Asian, a Middle Asian, you know what I'm saying? Family. We gotta go to war. And once we step into the ring, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's winner walks out. Everybody else is me. We gotta be clear about that shit. Ain't nobody befriending us. Ain't nobody taking care of us. Ain't nobody looking out for us. We need to define our group. We need to find our tribes. We need to unite. See, because check this out, man. I posted this shit up on hold on. Shouts out to Vanessa Lynn. All right, here we go. Sister Tiandra says, no, now this is established. Let's look to the left and to the right and progress forward. Let's affirm that we are on the same page. Okay, I read that one already. Shouts out to Vanessa Lynn. Thank you for joining. Shouts out to Sister Jill Jackson. Establish borders mentally, spiritually, and physically. We got to establish those borders. Family, look. All I'm saying is this. We the only ones playing. We the only ones looking for friends. We the only ones trying to be accepted. Everybody else is playing for keeps. And you know what you do with a sucker. Yep. We all know what you do because all of us done had suckers in our life where you use them to get to the next level. And this is what everybody has been doing with us. And we have to stop that shit. We have to stop it because, listen, we need to be able to define what an ally is. You can't be an ally if you walking away from the table with 100%. Nigga, you not my ally. You my enemy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we have to be clear on this.
You gotta think, brother, we learned that way of life from them. We were autonomous people, man. We lived in accordance with nature. We didn't need currency like that.
Hold on.
And our empires wasn't ran off of greed and things of that nature, man.
But listen.
This is that crap in history to make us hate each other.
Listen, this is the fact. If we lived in nature, right? If we live one with nature, nature is Nature is a ruthless bitch. This, the way we live, the way we doing right now, that's not nature.
Doing now to the world.
Huh?
You see what nature's doing now to the world?
Not only that, but
clean up.
now listen, nature demonstrates to us survival of the fittest. It always has.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now, the shit we're doing is not natural. It's unnatural. Right. It's alien. The way we exist right now, for us to turn, because it's almost, it's almost, it's counter survival. A lot of the shit that we do, like, for example, when that little girl got up on stage and said that dreamers built this country, and none of our superstars that was up on that stage or in the back checked her ass, we should understand that we really got a problem. Because now, they're saying dreamers built this motherfucker. Family, listen. You, as a black person in America, you being born here in America. I'm not talking about a Haitian American. I'm not talking about a Nigerian. I'm talking about exactly.
Indigenous Americans.
Those of us who were born and bred in the crock pot of hell called America. Born and bred where you could trace back 3 generations of your people being restricted from even being able to compete. When somebody say some shit like that, they're pissing on your ancestors. And you should be upset rather than standing up clapping for that shit. We should never clap when somebody come up here talking about what they have done in America, because they lying. Because it ain't shit that could be done. There's not.
They got us well trained.
See, and this the issue. We need to start training ourselves. Hold on, Sister Tiandra. She says the establishment of the White Panther Party was genius. Sure, you can be an ally over there. You can step into an already established movement. You can step aside in your own. Then Gye-Nyame Journey posts up, and I think the Sister Jill, thank you, teach our own cultural knowledge, practices. Our survival depends on it. Crockpot hell, aka America. See, this is what I'm talking about. Family, this is what happens when we start working together. Bro, you on the phone, so you don't really see this. So now, I have a sister that stepped up and started reposting the key points in the conversation. We got Sister Tiandra throwing shit out too. You know what I'm saying? We got elders calling in. Somebody get with the elders and let them know they got to wait till after the show. Damn, I didn't mean to push that. But yeah, family. All right, cool. So now, let's get back to it. So now, family, what we have to start doing is establishing borders. And be willing, because motherfuckers, this is where they get us at. You can't be willing to die, you need to be willing to live for something. Fuck that, family. We got to be willing to die. See, because if you're willing to live, because like right now, motherfuckers is running, trying to
introduce that concept to us, though.
Huh?
That concept of death, they introduced that to us as African people because we didn't believe in death the way they believed in it.
Exactly.
It was a continuous up.
Exactly. And
that
was
came into our lives and brought horror and fear. You see, so it's kind of difficult because you got to be able to reestablish courage in our people first, and then you got to be able to tell them who the enemy is. We don't know who our enemy is
at all.
There's too many of us going, all white people ain't bad. I ain't worried about all of them. I'm only worried about the ones that are. And I want to stay far away from those people until you find out who all the bad white people are and all the bad Asians and bad Mexicans or whoever else you want to point at. Then we got to deal with ourselves, like you said, create the borders, and we got to have a plan in place that they can't hear or see or know about.
Hey,
and we'll be able to move.
Now, this is the issue. This was deep, right? The plan is already in place. The solutions have already been laid out. Our ancestors, like I said, I call it wisdom money. If you look at the Proverbs and you look at the stories of our ancestors, they already showed us how to overcome this shit, right? Because now, another piece too is that we believe in total unity, that all of us need to be doing the same shit. No, this is why I keep on talking about this tribe shit, family. You do not amass a large group of motherfuckers to fight these motherfuckers. You do guerrilla warfare. So my tribe is doing this over here. Your tribe is doing that over there. That tribe is doing that over there. This is why they have not been able to destroy Al Qaeda or that group in Afghanistan. This is why they lost the battle to the Vietnamese, because these motherfuckers was hitting and running, agitating, working in different, you know what I'm saying? How does all these motherfuckers know? We all know that we have a common enemy. So I'm going to do what I'm good at to make sure that I'm able to beat your ass. But before I deliver the death blow, make sure you write that check. I need that money. See, I'm always stressing that shit, right? Because when I look at the figures, at the amount of money that was made off of us, that was made by keeping us out of the market, that was made from keeping us off of property, and all the shit that was given away around us since America's inception, there is no reason why any black person, let me say this again, there's no reason why any black person should be in poverty. I'm just being honest with you, family. I'm just being honest. If you don't believe me, should be in poverty. There's no reason. Damn near every black person in America should be rich when you look at the amount of wealth that was extracted from us, family. Every last one of us.
And that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. You know, we know that we shouldn't be in poverty, but you got to think about this as well. We keep chasing what they create. We have to create our own currency. We got to be willing to deal with each other without them, because they're not ever. Even if we fight them and we win, we still can't have their money. They're not gonna give us their money with their face, with white faces on it. We can beat the hell out of them, and all they gonna tell us is, okay, well, now y'all got y'all stuff, we take it on. And they can take theirs, and then we still gonna be at what? Square one, where we gotta come up with our own currency anyway, our own language anyway, our own school systems anyway, our own military anyway.
Now,
and what you're saying about the tribes is perfect, but we gotta get all of them in unison to where they can communicate first. You right?
No, hey.
We gotta communicate with each other.
But listen, this is what we doing right now. Now, motherfuckers be monitoring this, right? People can be monitoring this, right? But they don't see no clear strategy coming out of this. We just niggas yelling. See, you gonna go home, you gonna have a discussion. I'm right here, I'm gonna have a discussion. All right, boom. From the energy. See, because we got to get back to how we were. From the energy, my actions will be directed. So they'll never know what the fuck I'm doing. And it really don't even matter if they do. You understand? Because the whole piece is, family, listen, every day, I want you to understand that every morning, I'm getting up, I'm doing this. Every morning, I talk to my daily toasters. Every morning. We need to stop being scared of these motherfuckers. Because this is the piece. We got some mad ancestors, man. We got some angry ancestors that's just been waiting for us to call on them, man. And now, we got a group that's growing slowly, and we're calling on them. And this ain't no spiritual bullshit. I want people to really start. This is why I tell people, go out and look for your principles every day. Look for people practicing every day. This is why. Because I want y'all to start seeing that once we start calling on these ancestors, once you start calling on your ancestors, watch how shit start happening. Watch how shit start happening for you.
I know. I'm with you on that, because I've been calling on my ancestors for the past 16 years and been getting into arguments with my father over it, because my dad is a diehard minister.
Right.
So he would much rather me call on Jesus and things like that than to call on my grandmother and my grandfather. And I told him that when I was getting ready to get into this accident one time, it was a weather accident that I had no control over. My truck got blown off the road, and the only thing that I yelled was my grandmother's name, and I was saying no the whole time. So I carried, like, it was like somebody carried my truck and my trailer across the road to the other side safely, where I didn't receive any bodily harm at all. The truck took a little bit of damage, nobody else got hurt, nothing. So I took that as proof enough that my ancestors are real and they work for me when I asked them to.
Hey, listen, and see, because I want you to think about this. Even Jesus, to identify who Jesus was, they use his lineage. They use his ancestors to establish who he was. Listen, our ancestors are closer to us than any other deities. Our ancestors is still, in a sense, hanging with us. So when we call on them, it's like taking a shortcut to the higher power. And I'm saying that to say this. One of the things I figured out is that once I started compiling a list and I started putting down other people's ancestors, it's like I was hooking up. I was establishing a communication line with other people, because not only am I sending up praises and energy to my ancestors, I'm feeding other people's ancestors, which makes us tighter, which means that in some form or fashion we're going to be able to move together. See, because now you have relationships like this. Have you ever had a relationship where you've been in a tight situation with somebody and this person is your road dog, and you could look up and they knew exactly what to do because they saw it in your eyes?
Yeah, they got to know they got to know me first. They got to
there
know
you
how
go.
I think first.
There you go. They already know what move you was gonna make.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say only relatives that you're the closest with know you like that on that level. And I was going to say this as well. You know about the Haitian Revolution,
Right.
right?
Right.
All them brothers. But when they got us together to fight back, who was the French? Was it the French? Haiti fought off?
Yep.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, during that time period, before we went to battle with them, we had to renounce everything that they had taught us, so that we would not be afraid to take care of our business. Because a lot of us, when we see white folks, we see God, and that's just me being blunt about it.
But
we might not say it out of our mouths, but we give them the respect of a deity. We act like we can't even fight back when cops is manhandling. They got our minds and our spirits.
man,
Once we break free of that and we stop worshiping, we stop calling on them for help, we can definitely fight these mugs, man.
oh man, you know what? But you know what's even deeper? When we get like that, we're gonna discover we won't even have to fight them. See, because I have experiences of fucking with bullies. I know about bullies. Bullies want to win. They don't want to fight. Let me say that again. Bullies want to win. They don't want to fight. Family,
right.
This is what we dealing with. We dealing with a group of people that want to win. They don't really want to fight. They don't want to fight. So all we got to do is get balls. All we got to do is grab, you know what I'm saying? All we got to do is get bold. They don't want to think, you know what I'm saying? And then if they do want to fight, because like he's saying is, now, once we strip away this fear of death, family, what's standing in our way? What's standing in our way? See, because you got to understand, listen, you got to understand, this is why they don't want, this is why They don't want to fuck. They really don't want to fuck with the Al Qaedas and shit like that. This is why they gotta find other ways to get rid of them, because these motherfuckers will show you. Look, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about my life. It's bigger than me. I'm gonna strap a bomb on myself. I will run in and I will blow your shit up, along with me. See, you don't want to fight. See, if you have never fought somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to fight somebody who like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I will die. That's a whole different. Oh my God. You will sit down at a table and negotiate with this motherfucker. Listen, what do you want, man? We got Brother Shaka on the line. Brother Shaka, welcome. We just having family talk. That's all this. We having family talk.
Welcome, Brother Shaka.
I heard a lot of profanity out there. I thought that you had a guest.
It wasn't me.
Who is that?
My name is Anthony, sir.
Damn, Shaka, you old as hell. He called you sir. You old. He know you old. You's an old fart, Shaka. You old, man.
You know what? That's why can't nobody hear you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Who, me?
You sound like you're talking to the wrong end of the phone. I do that sometimes. Well,
You talking about me or Brother Hatem? Y'all can't hear me?
Brother Hatem.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah.
I can barely hear you, but I can make
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. But go ahead. Y'all keep on talking. I'm gonna try to fix that right now.
All right.
Oh, okay.
But man, when I was just what you explained, man, I was trying to tell him, or not tell him, we was discussing that what really holds our people back is fear and lack of communication with each other, lack of tribalism. We don't make anything, we don't create anything that we can actually produce. You see, so we depend on. If I ask you right now, and this is not a funny question, but if I ask you right now, did you make what you got on? What you gonna tell me? You went to the store and bought them like I bought mine, correct?
I just tell you, I'm free ball. Like, I don't even fucking draw.
What about the pants? Did you make the pants?
He didn't. He just difficult, man. You gonna have to walk him all the way through. Walk him all the way through. He difficult.
And the only reason why I'm going there is because we are completely reliant on them for everything. And by them, I mean the government or the overlords that control everything. They don't even let us, like, even like Kanye West had a beef because they wouldn't let him have complete control of his fashion industry. Remember?
Okay.
Everything that we get involved in with them, they make sure they go, no, we doing it this way, or else it ain't gonna happen the way you want it. It's gonna happen on the lower level. And black people, we go, no, I want the world to know about my stuff. We don't care about
just us,
just our people.
Right now, right. Because we don't.
All I care about is black people buying my stuff.
Check. Can you hear me?
I do. I hear where you're coming from.
Can y'all hear me?
I'll say this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
I'll be honest with you, Hatem. You ain't. Hey, it ain't substantially different than it was before, but I can hear you. But let me bring this into context. As a people, we have relationship issues in general because even if we were to trust one to see what we experience them to be, what we experience is being taken advantage of. What we experience is being deceived by one another. So we put blockades up that cause us to have to move by fear in a sense because that's all that we know at that point of our evolution. But when you start to realize that you are not codependent to those who have hurt you or who could potentially harm you, we have trust issues. And so the us to move differently, it either, first of all, it takes for something in our world to knock us off our high horse to make us realize, yo, this is how small you are. And when you work your way up from that in life, period, whatever it takes, to work yourself up to identifying with the core of what you were, which was nothing, into building up more substantially out of necessity. I don't think that we've suffered enough, in fact. Because if we did, with all the innovation that we have and all the resources that we have, natural resources and otherwise around us, we would use it to be able to maintain the things that you say. And for those of us who don't, well, we just kind of made ourselves irrelevant because, you know, with our bare existence, we got what it takes to make it. So it's really a matter for some to just change their perspective. We move out of fear because we don't know faith. We don't know faith because we're looking outward for that answer when we should be looking within. Adversity is the best teacher when the question you ask is not answered by those who are around you. What's the way? Let me say that the correct way. I always say that our Creator is so magnificent that He has already furnished the universe with answers to questions we have yet to fix our minds to ask. The key to righteousness is asking the right questions, not those conceived in our minds, but in our hearts.
Now, here's a question.
Go ahead.
And I don't honestly expect you to know this, but I do expect you to give me an opinion, right? So how old, or what is the origin of our people? How old
What is the origin?
Or what is the origin of our people?
The origin of our people. Black folks started the beginning of America. The Americans.
It was a time period when it wasn't even in America, though. What about
he talking about
right.
He talking about origin, Shaka. Origin, not.
I know what your question is. I know what your question is. I'm answering based on relevancy. Because if we can't identify with each other as African Americans, who the fuck gives a, who cares about any other black folks who are disenfranchised? Because why are they part of our conversation if we can't reach them? If it doesn't bring any more gravity to the state of destitute with Black America, let's focus on that first. Black people around the world ain't dealing with what Black Americans are dealing with. Let's deal with that first.
They not?
Not well. Now,
No, they're not dealing.
what he's saying is,
Are you sure?
they don't care about. Let me put it this way: if we look at it, family, we in this shit by ourselves. Because right now, if we even like for example, in Nigeria, you have a whole collective of them motherfuckers that don't even like dealing with us. They don't want to do business with us. They don't want to do nothing with us until we establish what we got over here. So I kind of hear what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you ever go somewhere and you hear the term Makata, that's not a good term. That's not a healthy term. That's a term that Africans use to describe black folks in America. A homeless cat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, there was a reason why I asked him that question about how old we were, where
right.
we come from, because I was trying to get at the fact that dealing with something that's unnatural in the world. Black people are natural people, okay? We're dealing with a beast. This beast is not natural. And everybody all over the world has had an encounter with this particular beast. And by the beast, of course I do mean the Caucasus, the Caucasian, the Tamaru, the whatever name you want to call him. He is not
The West Asian.
like
The West
we are.
Asian. Go ahead.
Huh?
I call him the West Asian. You talking about the West Asian?
Well, the very name Caucasus Asian or Caucasian is meaning you're a dying Asian. So we came out of that Asian, that Asian DNA, but you got to think, we was here already before it happened. And I'm saying that to say this. The reason why they have on our neck and they don't care about nobody else but us. There's a reason for that. And it has a lot to do with our DNA and our blood. It's not something where they want to keep us forcefully because they're worried about our rise as much as they are everybody else. They're not. They need us to live off of. And I'm not talking about labor. I'm talking about actual blood. You got to get this book. It's a book named by an author named Robert Suggs. It's spelled S-U-G-G-S. Robert Suggs, or Richard Suggs, not Robert, Richard. He got this book called Mummies, Vampires, and Cannibals. It's called The History of Corpse Medicine during the Queen Victoria period. Okay, it goes into great detail as to how these people, the whole mythology of vampirism comes from their ancestry. It's always been there. That's why the movie Blade was so deep. When Wesley Snipes came out with it and said, forget everything you think you know, you have no idea. These are beasts we're dealing with on another level. Okay? We're not talking about humans. People that eat as we play, speak as we speak. Everything that they learn from our emotional body, which is our soul, they actually steal from us through experiencing. They don't have souls like us. They got spirits like every other animal on the planet. They don't have
Brother
the same
Anthony.
remorse and empathy that we have towards another, which is why we don't try to kill all of them. We are individuals to want to go at them and go, well, let's walk. We're never going to do that because we have.
Wait, Brother Anthony. Time out.
Yes, sir.
Let me just chime in for a second. Because here's where we go wrong. We give too much energy and flattering. We give too much energy into the intent of the enemy when most of the time the reason they're superior is because their business and not giving shit about us. It's not their responsibility to do so, but let's back up more. This is also perpetuates that fear factor, is that we spend a lot more time delving into the dynamics of what's coming against us, or what's been not just a threat, but has been a detriment in our culture. It's not all the way. As a community, we got to deal with identifying self just as the individuals do, right? And that's the whole piece is that me in particular don't open up a can of worms regarding the problem unless I am ready to institute a solution. And right now, as we use all the tools that we have as nation building to be able to institute a solution, it's not time today to give so much attention to the enemy, but more attention to being able to cultivate the way and the behavior of our people that's going to overall be the solution in the first place. It's about changing our behavior. And so when we study the historical aspect of our enslavement, it's good to know that so that we know where not to walk. But in changing the behavior, we have to, for every strike that we have against the enemy, we have to accept a certain accountability on the other side. So when you say stuff like we are too divine of a people to act in such a way against the enemy, and yet our behavior has shown that we have been animals towards ourselves, we need a sense of accountability to be able to fix our behavior first. And when I say ours, I mean yours and mine alone as individuals, and then when we come together as a collective, being able to move forward exponential bounds.
Okay. You mind if I offer a rebuttal real quick?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We don't own any prison systems, do we?
No.
Do black folks own any prison systems?
No.
Say that again?
No.
Okay, do black people own any prison systems? Prison.
Do black people own any prison systems?
Do we own it? Okay, all right. The other point I was trying to make is, I don't know if you have worked in that business, but I have. And I've seen the kind of turmoil that takes place with our people when they get behind bars and when they get in cage, period. I've been in a situation where it started to alter my mind because I was in there with them. So what I'm trying to say is this, when I call this man a beast, I'm not giving him no credit. When I say we're divine, I'm not saying we don't have any faults. That's not what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying is our mentality and our souls are not for evil. Show compassion. We always have. When we lash out on each other because they put us in front of each other in small confined areas, and then they rule our lives accordingly. We don't control what we wear. We don't control how we speak. We don't control what we learn. Everything that we're talking about right now was given to us by them. Right. Otherwise, we'll be speaking a cultural language and we'll be dressing as our culture is dressed. But we don't do that because they set up so many institutions to attack us mentally, spiritually, and physically to where, we look like the devil. Yeah, we do.
Hey, I look good. I don't know about y'all, but I look good. I don't look like no guy. I'm just saying. I hear you though. I hear you. You know.
I'm talking about this is what I mean.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. I hear you.
Other than African people, we dress like other than African people. We buy our clothes, our name brands on our clothes are our names.
I agree.
I don't see anybody rocking the Shaka Zulu name brand.
But but you know why that is.
What's the one brother, Master Musa?
Right.
We need to come out with the clothing lines that we support.
Now, this is what.
Everything though.
Now, wait, hold on. This is what I want to say. This is what we got to do. This is where we at. Now, I got two examples. In masonry, one of the issues that I had was that they spent a lot of time talking about Solomon rather than David. Now, I'm going to get back to that in a second. In The Godfather, what I noticed was that the Godfather, Don Vito Corleone, laid the foundation so that the young ones would be able to come after him and establish some shit. That's where we in. This is my issue that I had with Masonry. Because Masons talk about Solomon. Solomon received all the blessings from his father. As a people, we are not symbolically where Solomon was. We are where David is. David had to take the temple. David had to take all the shit. David's hands was too bloody to build the temple for God. That's we are in the David phase of our development as far as nation building. But yet we want to live like Solomon. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, if we want that shit, because that Shaka Zulu shit, because I got a clothing brand in my mind too, but that Shaka Zulu shit is cold-blooded. But we got to lay the foundation on our kids. We need to lay the foundation so that our kids can do that shit, because we have to start planning generationally. We have to be able to accept the fact there might be some things that we might not be able to do. I might not be able to be that million or that billionaire, But I could make sure that Cleve or Cleves or one of my grandkids will be that one. And we got to start thinking like that. We're not thinking like that. We've been taught to think immediate. We need immediate shit. Huh? Can y'all hear me? Hello?
You're breaking up real bad. I could barely hear the last few.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. All I'm saying is we need to lay the foundation. The reason that the fascists and shit is not there right now because we have a foundation. As a nation, we got to establish the territory. We already talked about that. Now, also, we got to establish this of protecting the territory that is ours, which means we got to make sure that we start getting our other people involved with the politics in the areas where we live. Period. It ain't about trusting the government, but it's about having somebody in there to be like, yo, they on their way. They on their way. Just give me a head start. That's all I want. Okay, cool. All I need is a head start. So, because y'all both making good points, but the issue is, are we laying the foundation so that our next generations can do it? We the Vitos. We the Vitos. We the Davids. We the motherfuckers that have to get our hands bloody so that our kids can build the temple. You know what I'm saying? And the question is, are we doing that shit?
Sorry, bro. I missed a whole lot of what you said, man. I'm trying to bring it together.
All right, don't worry about it.
So, hello?
Go ahead, brother. I'm listening.
First of all, I'm a moonwalk right to Hashem, talking about how there was such an emphasis on Solomon and not David. And the key to this, man, is that wherever you place yourself in information, the more that you desire the source of that light, the more that you get. And a lot of times, in our journey, we come in, we check it out from just I don't want to put too much time into that. It's just that it's all there. It's just relevant to the capacity that you are looking for. Because for me, you're right. Like, I spent a lot of time in that auxiliary of learning about, and not just through masonry, just through understanding stories, the curse of Solomon. And that plagues a lot of us. You know what I mean? If you want to call it that. What it is that when it comes to the wisdom of David, it involves even when you understand the way that the first lot was constructed and things of that nature, it's all of the same science. But getting back to what Brother Anthony was talking about with the fashion, we have to understand that as an evolved culture, the market is going to evolve. In the same way as we identify with the niche in YouTube culture or Facebook culture, it's the same thing in our community when it comes to fashion. So understand that once again, say that you don't see it, that means that we need to support the vanguard. I happen to be the vanguard of oneness. So every movement dealing with, bringing people together through commonality, which nullifies whatever entitlement we came into the conversation. Fashion. And Hashem will tell you, I had sold in Columbus, I didn't keep shirts because of the message. Because it was stylish, systems was rocking it, and the message was very clear. Soul is not reflected by your color of skin. It's the illumination of the beauty within. It got people to thinking, and it got people on a frequency. And I had established a niche during a season that if all I did was perform in Columbus, I could sell more shirts than CDs. So the piece is that just like any industry that comes out of the grassroots from an organic level, it has to start with the relationship. And from this point on, when we recognize that that relationship is not something that you have in your life, you don't have like a life to support, or a message of using shirt as a vessel to support, then we need to get one because we're out here. And so that's the state of that's my message as an independent artist right now. Shout out to independent artists of America,
Hey,
especially those who support nation building.
Anthony.
Right. Yes, sir.
It's a lot of wind coming in on your mic. What's that?
Breaking up still, bro.
There's a lot of sound coming in on your mic.
There's another sound coming in where?
On your mic. It's coming through. Is your window open or something?
Is it an echo?
No, it's not an echo. It's like a motor or something.
I have my phone plugged up to my charger. Is the sound still there?
Yeah, it's a lot of interference, but it's cool. All right, family. So now,
Hold on. I'm gonna have to take my phone off the speaker real quick because I have my headset on. Hold on. All right, how about that?
oh shit. Hey man.
It was the headphones.
Oh my God. Y'all hear that? That
Y'all
shit
still
is.
here?
Yeah, we here. That shit sound good, man. It just cleared up. I mean, hey, and that's when we stop fearing death, family. That's how all the issues would just start melting away. At least stop fearing death in a proper way, family. So now, check this out. Family, I have held y'all up long enough. Hopefully.
One more thing. Give me one more thing.
Go ahead, hit it.
Conversation about. I'm like, dang, I've been waiting to say this for a minute, man.
Go ahead.
We can't forget the attempts that happened. Build ourselves as a nation inside of this nation here.
Right.
Every attempt has failed. Every attempt, and we didn't do it wrong. We did it right.
We did.
Look at Booker T.
We was missing one thing though. Booker never destroyed. He took a different angle than everybody else that you're about to mention, and I'm gonna tell you what the one missing.
The do-it-yourself angle. That's what I'm.
Listen, but I'm telling you the piece that was missing. Right? This is what I'm talking about. The government owe us, right? In all the situations where we got together and did our own thing, we did everything right, but one thing. We didn't have or wasn't able to have people involved in the politics of the area. Even though, like, if we talk about, because people bring up what happened with the group Wall Street, Black Wall Street, right? They were not plugged into the politics. The politics is something that we have to be able to control or be able to influence, because it was the politicians that allowed them. It was the politicians that allowed them to call the National Guard up in there. So what we have to be aware of in doing it, when you're talking about doing for self and you in somebody else's nation and you don't have representation inside of that shit, family, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? You up to dangers that you don't even need to expose yourself to. You expose yourself to dangers you don't need to expose yourself to. We are old. We have a special claim on this country, but we need to make sure that we're able to protect it. And the way we protect it is by making sure we start educating our children politically and we start getting politically active. I'm not running out and saying vote for president. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is we need to start making sure that we putting people in that's going to represent our interests.
My bad, man. I got cut out.
Oh, no problem. We have to make sure that we have people put in place that will represent and protect our interests. That's what politics is about. Economics, as they say in The Godfather Part 3, economics is the gun. Politics is knowing when to pull the trigger. What we have to be able to do is teach our kids and teach ourselves politically when to pull the fucking trigger. Period. So now, when we do stuff for self, there's nothing wrong with doing for self. But if you don't have the political clout, when you start doing for self, they automatically gonna always get in your motherfucking way. They're gonna tax you extra. We have to make sure that we put in place for any business that we have, any businesses that we erected. We need to make sure we got the political connects to protect our interests. This is the way they've been playing the game for a very long time. Now, it's time for us to start learning. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm going to go back. Rosewood, a Black Wall Street, they weren't politically protected. They allowed the motherfucking citizenry, as well as the police, as well as the National Guard, roll in and destroy those communities. Why? Because there was nobody looking out for them. There was nobody politically that was connected. Go ahead.
Let me chime in on this one. Because I see things just one to get off from what both of y'all are saying. Feel that when it comes to political power, it's not the politicians that we know. It's their neighbors who we have as friends. I think that relationship holds a lot more influence.
Close this door.
Furthermore, when it comes to political power and the way that we are, you speak of politics as if a candidate or a friend in politics is going to help us protect our interests. And I have to say, on the contrary, and as you've seen, I have friends who work within the judicial system who would step up and say, "Shock, let me represent you free." And see where it gets you. What ends up happening is somebody there doesn't represent the passion or how you say, right now, take me off of this list because I need to be properly presented, right? And the piece is that we don't have those folks within politics when it comes to what we're building. But what is protecting our best interests? Is it to protect us from the assault, from the system itself? Like I said, if that's the way that we're looking at it, I could give a shit about knowing a judge or someone with that political power, because the moment that they impose on our peace is when that relationship with their neighbor comes in handy.
Nah.
Are we talking about the judicial system, or just
we're
politics?
Talking about to me, it's synonymous.
Yeah, they do go hand in hand, of course. Well,
I'm talking about my daily strides that's based out of an imposition of the judicial system because of a political matter. Yes, it's relevant. It's a component of the same machine.
Right. You gotta think, we're dealing with a war machine. We're dealing with a system of things that attack us from more than 9 different angles, man. You gotta think, we get hit with food, we get hit through education, we get hit through child services, we get hit through
all
police,
of those systems thrive because they benefit from the profit of treatment. Cure. If they treat it, if they can perpetuate the crisis in our life and maintain a buck while doing so, that's what the American culture is doing right now, because that's what the American people, that's what the American government is doing to its people to keep the money going.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
That's why there is no care. That's why there is no care in health care. That's why when it comes to the penal system, no one gives a shit about the rehabilitation of man. That, you understand? So the piece is, it's a money machine. And sometimes we have to look at ourselves and in that machine and realize that, we can break the machine if we move at once, if we move together. But that takes bravery to face the self. You understand? If we had that mentality in the 80s when crack cocaine hit the street, yo, we could have saved the generation. Instead, we lost the generation. Can you imagine the people, who is, at that present state, generation less? What good came out of the 80s for black folk?
Good came out of the 80s?
Yeah.
I think every decade we went down further. We up there.
What do you think, Hakim?
Huh? What came good? What you said? What we got good out of the 80s?
What came out of the 80s for us? Yeah.
Shit, I went. Well, I'm gonna be honest.
I think we got worse every decade.
I went through school for free.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. I went through college for free in the 80s. It was the 80s that propelled me into college. You know what I'm saying? A few doors was open. Now, but this the issue.
We had the Huxtables and what else?
See now, listen, and that's part of the illusion. See, that's part of the story making machine. That you know what I'm saying? Because the Cosby's has fucked up so many relationships. Because motherfuckers thought they was gonna get together and be Bill and Felicia.
Doctors and lawyers.
Right. Living in $1 million home and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Florida and James.
Oh no, yeah. We end up being Florida and James,
Nobody wanted to
goddamn.
be them.
Nobody wanted to be Florida and
Nobody wanted
James.
to be Florida and James. We wanted to be Cosby.
Want to be the Cosby.
Right.
But that shit ain't real. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Florida and James. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Florida and James, you know what I'm saying? That shit, that was the 80s. Florida and James. No, that was the 70s. That was late 70s.
Yeah, that was 70s. But since you mentioned it,
Khalid
we
Muhammad.
gotta have this. Wait,
Damn.
time out. We gotta have this moment in Black history. Since you're talking about Florida Evans now, Esther Rowe, the actress, told the producers of the show when she auditioned, or when they told her she had the role, she said she would not accept the role as a single mother.
Ooh.
That's
Shut up.
that you understand what I'm saying?
She spoke truth to power.
Take that role as a single woman. You got to give me a husband because I'm not going to portray my people as that.
Woo!
And then what did they do though? Let me chime in because this starts strong for her and doesn't end well.
Right.
Later on in the show, they still removed James, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, he was dead.
They sure did.
Didn't they?
They sure did.
They honored her to a degree. And they said, we still going to have our way.
No, hold on. No, wait.
that-
Wait. Let's be clear, because I seen James Amos do an interview, and he left the show. They didn't take him off because he was a popular character.
No, I seen the interview. I seen 3 interviews with James Evans.
He left.
They told him his services were no longer needed.
Who? You know why though?
That's what he said.
They told him that because he started arguing and getting at them about, look, y'all putting up the fool JJ when we got Michael here. That's you know what I'm saying. So he started rocking the boat. Now, if he would have just played,
That's true.
Oh shit!
you ain't know that. Oh, he was.
Hey,
like,
this would be a biopic in itself, y'all.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
I Tim Call Wisdom. He could play JJ.
Hey man, you better be careful, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna keep holding y'all brothers, man. I have a solution for us as a people, right? And I think I want to hear y'all solutions too. But mine is very cut and dry, man. Complete separation from the beast. Complete separation from it. Go back to Africa and relearn our culture and make Africa strong by adding our numbers to her military and her government and her land so that we can keep the Chinese out and keep all the other foreigners out because they're still robbing her of all of her minerals and wealth. Still the richest land on the planet. So my thing is, if we can all get together and say, you know what country's willing to take us in? 2 countries off top. Ghana, Liberia. They accept dual citizenship. Liberia was in fact set up for us to go back to Africa way back. I'm not going to give an accurate date, but it was during the time of abolishment when we started trying to get back to Africa. Liberia was set up around that time period. So we can go. We just have an attachment to this land over here. That's all I wanted to say.
I respectfully have to disagree. Because some of us can. I'm saying these motherfuckers owe me some money, and I ain't going nowhere until I extract every last dime that my answer. Because, dude, for us to leave America is like us building a home and just abandoning it because we seen a roach in. I'm not doing that shit. I will go to visit because my wife's from Ghana. You know what I'm saying? I'll take my kids here, but I'm owed some money. I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna agitate until these motherfuckers pay me what they owe. You understand what I'm saying? Then I could talk about moving with some of the wealth. You know what I'm saying? Because my issue is I'm like, yo, man, to abandon this, because I'm telling you, man, if you look at all the industries here, there will be none of this shit here or in Europe.
Just separate from them.
Hey, listen, how we do it? You know what I'm saying? My piece is I'm gonna make them pay. I'm gonna train young people to be able to speak this shit in the halls of Congress as congressmen. Y'all owe money. We owe money as a country, and we need to pay that shit. And nobody's getting universal income. Nobody's getting health aid. And I don't give a fuck about DACA. I don't care about the Dreamers. Y'all, we need our shit right now. I don't even care about the Me Too movement. The only Me Too I want to be involved with is Me Too and my money. Me Too, my money. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Give me what you owe. Then you could talk shit. Other than that, we have not been able to compete. We have built this shit up. You look on my timeline right now on Facebook. Look on Gye-Nyame Journey. It shows you that we've been free, supposedly free citizens for 53 years. I'm 50 years old, goddammit. I'm 50. You mean to tell me that we have been able to compete in a country that's approaching 400 years old for the last 53 years, and motherfuckers expect us to be at a certain point and at a certain level. You are not where you should be. You are not able to live your dreams because motherfuckers robbed your great-grandparents. Motherfuckers robbed us. And I'm like this, man. Listen, I'm staying here and fighting until I'm motherfucking dead. Because you will pay me what you owe. When I go to Ghana, I'm going to Ghana as a rich man. A rich man that's been paid by these motherfuckers that owe me. My kids gonna get their 50% because they half African American, half Ghanaian. So they getting 50%. But you gonna pay.
You know anything about Chief John Horse, bro?
Who?
You know anything about Chief John Horse?
No, I don't. John Horse?
Please look up John Horse.
Did they do a movie about him?
This do one on him. I know this. If they do one on him, white folks say
a man called Horse.
John Horse. He was a Native American chief.
Oh,
is it a movie called?
No, it's not. No, that's different. That's different one. He talking about he talking about an actual Native American.
Yeah, I'm talking about an actual Native American chief back in the 1600s when we were a unified nation of Native American Indians and Africans, and we had them at a standstill for I think 16 years, and they had to negotiate with us, and they violated every treaty since then. But when we had American Creek Indians mixed with Africans, he led both armies, and we was about 6,000 deep. And so we were able to actually fight these guards to where, like you said earlier, police don't want to fight, they just want to win.
They want to win.
John Horse made sure that he fought him to a negotiation stance. They could not defeat them because they knew the land too well, and they had weapons and stuff. and they had what you call together, unity. We don't have that nowadays. But I just want you to check out John Horst, bro. Check him out. You're gonna be surprised that you haven't heard of him.
Well, I ain't gonna really be surprised because if I was on top, these motherfuckers would never hear about anything that's gonna take away from my son. I'm just being honest. We got to be real about it. This is why I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the hustle.
It, right?
I respect the hustle.
You gotta respect it.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking forward to not only beating them, but if it's some reptilians on top of them, I'm gonna put them motherfuckers in the zoo. You know, this is how we got to roll.
Our ancestors will help us defeat them.
Oh man,
don't worry about the reptilians. We have help.
Hustle builds muscle. That's right, baby. Yeah, my. But go ahead, Shaka Gone. You got some last words?
Oh, is that time already?
Oh, dude, you came in 2 hours late. Talking about, is that time already? We started 11 o'clock. You done did a show.
You can keep talking, man. I feel like y'all got things better to do today.
No, not really. I just got to iron. I got to iron. So.
Hey, if you get an opportunity to check out the segment that I did in the wee hours with Baba Jabal. We did a Beyond Meat product review, and
is you on their payroll?
And the conversation.
Is you on their payroll? Did you post it up on?
I'm gonna tell you what, man. Listen, Hatem, I'm still having an issue because, and I hope Brother Anubis is listening in because I followed all the directions that you gave me, and I went on to YouTube and to transport the Facebook live video onto YouTube, and I got where I'm saving it to my computer, and it only saved as a HTML file.
You going to the wrong thing. Bring your computer up when you come up. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Because it's like when you go into your Facebook where you got your video, it says you click on that, and then you click on, it's like 3 dots or something, and it gives you an option to download it, and it will download it as an MP, not an MP3, an MP4. It'll download it straight.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just take that.
Okay, I'm gonna try that again, man.
Eat them, baby.
Because I've been where you're talking about.
So,
but one of the options was not download.
Right.
I don't know. It was a long list of options. It said cast to print and stuff like that. I don't know what that means.
Right. Now, you need to go to the right one where you download your episode, and then once you download it as an MP4, you can upload it, and you can upload it anywhere. All right. YouTube is just the site that you choose, so that you don't have to do it at the same time. But if you got enough cameras, you might as well just go and stream live to YouTube anyway, because they made it easy now. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just ran out of time. I don't have time to be doing the videos like I used to, because I would download what I had on Facebook or download what I recorded, and then I would add words and stuff into it. But since we on the live thing right now, I just keep it going. But I want to thank the family for coming out. Like I said, man, we toast every morning. Umoja through Nia at 5:15. On the weekends, catch me when you can. Remember to like and share, and let's continue building, family. Find your tribe. You understand what I'm saying? Find your tribe, because we got the tribe up. Regardless of whether we staying here or we going somewhere else, tribe up. There's no reason that we have to travel by ourselves. And those people that don't greet you, and those people that act funny towards you, tribe, family, stop fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? The Agent Smith. You don't want to fuck with the Agent Smiths.
If you can't leave your drink next to them, not your tribe.
Shit. You're right. Hell, you damn right about that. All right, family. I am out. No music. I'm just gone. Peace, family.
Yep. Peace.
Uh-oh. Check. Okay. All right, Spreaker. We are done. Facebook, we are out. Peace, family. I will see you in the morning. It's not the... It's not the morning no more, baby. We done spoke all the way into the afternoon. All right. All right, Uber Conference, thank you for your service and thank you for working this time. I appreciate you. Till next week. All right. All right, YouTube. We are out. I want to thank y'all. If anybody stopped in, if not, peace still. Thank you for joining. We out. And you, Spreaker, we about to get up and get up. It's time for us to get up and get up. So let me go and make sure I cut this off because for some reason they be having me on these long speakers. Shut that down. We're going to shut that down. Oh. And Spreaker, I want to thank y'all. We out. You want to listen to our share?